Hello guys and welcome to If Lands Could Kill. I'm Ryke and I'm here to show you a little bit about my red-white burn deck that I assembled here on MTGO, also known as Magic the Gathering Online, or as the cool kids call it, Modo, but I am obviously not a kid or cool, so I just call it MTGO. But that's not here nor there. Let's go ahead and get down into this deck here. This is pretty much your standard red-white burn deck. It's just a little bit cheaper since I'm not running the 4 shock lands, the red-white shock lands, the Sacred Foundries, and I'm not running 4 Mutavaults because those are stupidly expensive. Even on, I think on MTGO, they're still $30 a piece, which is just insane, but they are that good of a card. And I do wish I had some, but I do not, so I'm not going to drop the money on that. But right here is the pretty much the basic set. We're running pretty much the full gambit of all the good red and red-white burn spells. Most notable is the best burn spell in standard right now, also known as Boros Charm. This card is downright dirty and amazing. Also, Warrior's Helix, which is a great burn spell that also gives you the utility of getting 4 health on its use. Skullcrack is another all-star, allowing you to deal 3 damage to an opponent's face and prevent them from getting any life. And also, damage can't be prevented that turn, which is cool against Turbo Fog, which use the Fog spell, which prevents combat damage, or I think it's all damage actually on Fog. This set only runs 8 creatures. We're running 4 Ash Zealots, which are amazing 2-drops. I kind of play these almost like burn spells on the ground. 2/2 with staying power. The other all-star is probably the best creature for this deck is Chandra's Phoenix, which is amazing. These guys are worth their weight in gold, which is not only 3 mana, 2/2, but it also has flying and haste. But the main attraction of this card that is so good for this deck is the fact that whenever you deal a sorcery instant spell and damage a opponent or planeswalker, this card returns from the graveyard into your hand. And so if you have 3 of these in your graveyard and you throw a shock into your opponent's face, you will get all 3 of those Chandra's Phoenix back to your hand, which is amazing! But that's pretty much the main core of most red-white burn decks. I am running 2 Chain of the Rocks in my main deck. I know some people like to run 4. I feel like 2's a pretty good number for right now, and then you can always side in more from your sideboard in game 2. My sideboard, I run 3 of these Vyashnu First Blades, which are really cool guys. They are hasty, and they get +2/+2 when they first enter the battlefield until the end of turn, which makes them a 4/4 with haste, which is awesome. And then also my other favorite card of this deck is Spark Trooper. This is a trample, lifelink, and haste creature, a 6/1 elemental soldier that has to sacrifice itself at the end step. So it's almost it's a 4 mana 6/1 burn spell, pretty much, which is an amazing card. I also have 4 Fire Drinker Satyrs in my sideboard for when I need more fast creatures to come out. This is kind of you board into more of an aggro type plan. The other big card that I run is the Wear and Tear, because I do hate the Whip of Erebos and other enchantments that allow players to gain life, such as the Bow of Nylea, and then Toil and Trouble, which is a nice card. You don't really use the Toil side because we don't have any black sources, but the Trouble side is really, really nice when you do get it on turn 3, because you could probably be getting in for at least 5 or 6 damage for 3 mana, which is also really good. And then I have 1 Peak Eruption. I'm not sure how I feel about this card just yet. It's mainly for like Mirror or against red-green monsters, where you can set them back by blowing up the land, but I'm just playing around with it right now. I still haven't had too much testing with it, but it seems like a pretty fun card. But anyways, this is the kind of the shell of what you're going to be looking at for a red-white burn deck. Again, this is the little more inexpensive version. If you wanted to do a tier 1 competitive red-white burn, you would definitely need 4 of the Sacred Foundry Shocklands and 4 Mutavaults, because Mutavault is a great card to deal against having everything swept off your all your creatures swept off your board against control, and just having that possible sack outlet versus Desecration Demons and mono black matchups. But here's this deck for you guys. If you want to go ahead and take a screenshot, pause the video on this, you can copy it down. I might put this the list in the comments down below, but I'm pretty lazy, so I might not do that. Let's go ahead and let's go and jump to a game here. Alright, here's our first game of Red, White, Burn. It looks like I won the dice roll, so I'm going to go ahead and play first. And our opening hand, ooh, it is a little slow, but we do have a temple. I don't like this guild gate too much, but it's the best we can do. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this hand, and we're going to go ahead and play our temple on turn 1 here and pass. And let's see what we get off of Scry here. Ooh, a shock. That could help us out. We already are holding on to 1 shock. I really kind of want another red source of mana that doesn't come in tapped. I'm going to go ahead and put that on the bottom and see what we get. Let's see what our opponent is, red. So this might also be a red deck. Okay, so he is a possibly an aggro deck. You're playing a Legion Loyalist. You don't see that all the time, so he does have haste. Will he get us for 1? Alright. So he's taking us down to 19. And we were rewarded with the untapped red. And so we're going to go ahead and play an Ash Zealot here and get in for 2. And we'll see what his turn 2 play is. So we hopefully to find a Searing Blood here to deal with that. So he is a aggro burn deck, it looks like, a young pyromancer. So I will probably end up shocking that if I don't get a Searing Blood here, because those can get out of hand if he has a lot of burn spells. So let's see what we pull off the top, and it is a Temple of Triumph. We'll go ahead and use that in Scry. And it is another planes we do not need, and so I'm going to go ahead and attack for 2. See what he does here. I will declare no blocks. That is fine, and I'm going to go ahead and shock him on the end of my turn here, just to get this guy out of here and pass the turn. I really don't want him to generate any more tokens than possible. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and Titan Strength this guy. That is interesting. So he's going to get in for 4 damage, which is fine. We have a War Leader Helix next turn. Okay, he's going to go 2 Titan Strengths, which is interesting. So that's fine as well. Okay, he's got a whole hand of Titan Strengths for 10 damage. So let's see where this goes. So he's going to get in for 10. Alright. And we're going to go ahead and get in for 2 more. And I'm going to go ahead and Lightning Strike him. I want to go ahead and get rid of him, but I'm going to see what he's going to do. Let's see what he ends up doing here. So he's just going to attack. Okay, I'll take 1. That's fine. I'm not too concerned about that right now. Okay, so he has a heroic. I think he was looking for that. So what we're going to do is going to go ahead and end step Helix him. Get our 4 life back. Okay, and go ahead and see what we get off the top. And this is an Ash Zealot, which is pretty good. And we're going to go ahead and get him out of there too. And let's see, he's going to chump probably here, because he's going to be looking at 4 damage here, and I do have another 6 damage coming up. Okay, so he's going to Magma Jet one of them, and let's see if he chumps the other one. Let's see, he puts on the bottom, first card on the bottom. Let's see what he does with the second card. And top. Okay, so it might be a heroic enabler, so I might have to think about lightning striking this Akron Crusader. So he will take 2 damage here, but I might not even worry about it. I think I can pretty much, if I get another burn spell, I think it's going to be game. So I might not even worry about his Akron Crusader. But let's see here. Okay, he's going to attack for 2. Okay, that's fine. And we're going to go ahead and just lightning strike him here on his end step. And let's see what we pull here, and that is lethal. And we're going to go and skull crack him. Unless he has anything they can do here. And then follow up with a shock for Xaxes. And that is game 1. So we do know he is kind of an aggro deck. So I'm going to bring in Peak Eruption for this. I think I'll stick with 2 Chain to the Rocks. I haven't really seen anything too crazy. I don't really want these Fire Drinkers. I will bring in the Viashino First Blades. Let's take out some of these shocks. I think they're just a little too slow. And one of these Magma Jets. I like everything else here, though. I might want to bring in a Spark Trooper. A Spark Trooper might be pretty good, but he is really susceptible, since he does have some burn spells, to getting shocked or Magma Jetted if he's not tapped out. I'll take a First Blade out and put 1 Spark Trooper in, and we'll see how this runs. I really do like that Spark Trooper card, though. Gaining 6 life is amazing. And our opening hand is no lands at all, so that is a automatic mulligan. This is better, so we'll go ahead and keep that, since we are on the draw. And let's see what he has here. So no turn 1s for him. 2 temples, not too bad. That would give us 4 mana if I kept that on top to get our Helix out. I think we have time. I'm going to go ahead and bottom that and see if we can find some more relevant spells. And we'll go ahead and pass a turn. Okay, this turn 2 is going to be a Young Pyromancer. Ooh, this is a tough situation. I think I might want to Magma Jet him on his turn. Oh, Peak Eruption. That is actually pretty good for us. I'm going to go ahead and play this Plains untapped because this Temple's just too slow for right now. And I'm going to go ahead and pass a turn. And if he does end up playing some kind of burn spell, I'm going to go ahead and just kill him. Okay, so he's going to get in for 2. I think right now we're just going to go ahead and kill it. And see what he does. So yeah, he's going to go ahead and Magma Jet us and get a creature token. That's fine. So he still gets his 2 damage and he gets a 1 elemental, which is alright. I'm not too worried about just 1 damage. And let's see if we get another untapped land. We do not, which is okay. We'll go ahead and see if we can scry for our 4th one. I think we're going to go ahead and just keep that on top so we can get our Warrior's Helix online. And we'll go ahead and pass the turn here. I think I'm going to start throwing spells at his face here. Next turn we'll be able to Peak Eruption one of his mountains and set him back a turn. Okay, so he'll definitely get in for 1 here, which is fine. We'll be gaining 4 here shortly. Okay. Looks like he's thinking about doing something, but changed his mind. Okay, a Denizen. Cool creature. And we're just going to go ahead and Magma Jet him here at the end of turn. See what we can find here. We definitely want these cards, so we'll put those on top. Alright, now we have a choice to make here. Do we do First Blade, or do we kill one of his? I feel like Peak Eruption's probably our best bet for right now. And it's going to get 3 damage in on him. Pass a turn. So if he drops another red creature, okay, so he's going to Lightning Strike me here, that's fine. We'll be getting health here, 4 more health, so that'll give us some time here. Alright, another Young Pyromancer. So he'll be swinging for 3 damage this turn. Okay. draw we get, and that is what I was looking for. So we're going to go ahead and play this out now that he's untapped. He's all tapped out, and we'll definitely be getting 6 life off of this, so he's probably going to chump this, but it does have trample, which is nice. Okay, so he's not gonna worry about it. That's fine. So he might be holding a ton of cards here. Okay. I think he's on the token plan and he's denizen plan. Okay, we'll take 5 damage. That's fine. I think he's kind of screwed on mana. And we're going to go ahead and get this guy out here. And he's definitely going to chump this one. Or he's going to get within lethal range. Or I'll get within lethal range if he doesn't chump this, which will be pretty good for me, because I am sitting on 7 points of damage here. Okay, so he doesn't. And so if I survive 2 more turns, it's pretty much game over. But he might have something here. His tokens that he will get will have haste, so that could be a lot of damage being represented here in just a moment. Could have been smarter to whirl the Helix first, just to get more life gains so I don't have any creatures out. But we'll see how this plays out. He is stuck on 2 mana, so there's only so much he can do. He's been missing all his land drops. Okay. So I think he's pretty much dead now, which is why I love this Red White Burn deck. It is really fun. If we get another, oh, yep, that's game. So I have Xaxes here in mana. And we'll go ahead and finish the game off. And that is Red White Burn. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a fun deck. Again, this is not against a tier 1 deck or anything like that, but it's fun just to play around with, and it's cheap enough to get. So I hope you guys enjoy watching that, and I'll be back with more Red White Burn probably sometime later on during the week, and maybe hopefully get a different deck to show you guys here. Well, thanks for watching, and this is Ryke with If Lands Could Kill. We'll catch you guys next time.